Hey Deckers, Stellar Blade's full release is finally here, and I'm pleased to say that it's actually performing even better than the demo, which is great news, although we do need a few tweaks because FSR 3 isn't quite where we want it to be. Unfortunately, we're not getting XeSS as an option here on the Steam Deck at least, although it is available on other platforms. But out of the box with the Steam Deck preset that it gives you, performance is actually pretty decent, although it does dip down into the 40s on occasion, but does look great for the most part. Unfortunately, when we hit the light though, those FSR 3 problems really do come to light in a very big way. So what I will recommend is, if you have been fiddling with your settings, to reset it to the default and then change the graphics preset down to Steam Deck, which is what it should do anyway, which will reset all of the scaling to FSR 3, but turn the resolution scaling off and then set it to TAA mode. If it was already off, there seems to be a bit of a bug here, but have to turn it on and off again. So set anti-aliasing to TAA, base sharpness to 2 and the rendering scale to 70%, and then change the character object detail to high and the environmental object detail to medium, and then just check that everything else is low or off, especially with chromatic aberration and that motion blur off as well. Chromatic aberration actually does look okay in this one, so you can leave it on if you wish. Otherwise, you do want to turn that off as well. And if you don't mind it bouncing around all over the place, above 45 when you can, then you can leave it uncapped. But I do recommend setting the target frame rate to 45 as well, and then you will have a really stable, good looking experience on the Steam Deck. Of course, there will be some moments where it will dip below that 45 frames per second mark, but for the most part it will stay stable and around the 21 to 22 watt mode on the high end. Now this is definitely more of the case when you have more world effects and visuals that you can actually have some distance on, and it does push up to that 22 watts occasionally, but you're still going to get around 3 hours gameplay with these settings. Now when you go inside and in darker areas, we get even better stability, and then that wattage also drops somewhat as well. So we will get a decent 2 to 3 hours gameplay because of the variety of areas, and it's even more stable when it's in those darker areas as well. So absolutely fantastically looking game, extremely well optimized. Great to see a game with some actual decent optimization coming out these days. So let us know in the comments below if you can be diving into this one. And this red costume that you're seeing is part of the complete package, and if you want to pick up the game with up to 20 to 25% off, then check out the link in the description and pinned comment below. I'll leave you with a little bit more of the gameplay here without me talking, so you can get a better feel for the gameplay and performance. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next one.
I need a 4-digit password.